Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining our tonight's live stream. And today's topic is how to transition from technical role to agile leadership role. So thank you for finding some time this evening to join our discussion. Please introduce yourself in the comments. Let us know what you do and join our conversation with your comments and questions. So if you're new to my live show, I'm Jana Martins and I'm a video confidence coach, and I've just recently started my journey as an IT recruiter. So hence I've started a new YouTube channel dedicated to IT career in Australia. So tonight we're going to talk about how to transition from technical role to agile leadership role, and Sandeep is going to share his valuable insight and real life experience as he has actually transitioned himself. So as the world is changing, new opportunities popping up, I'm sure there are a few of you who have been thinking like, what's next? Which career direction should I choose? So it's an incredibly relevant topic for, IT space, and make sure tag or share this video with your friends who need to hear this. So before I pass it on to Sandeep to introduce himself, just a quick reminder that we're going live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So to watch the replays, subscribe to my YouTube channel, IT Career in Australia. And I'm going live every Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Melbourne time, with various experts from my network talking about all things IT career, job search, and specifics of IT industry in Australia. So we're going to answer all your questions. Please don't be shy. Ask questions from on any platform, but please make sure stay on the topic. Ask as many questions as you want, and you know what? The most active participants will also receive a nice surprise at the end of the stream. So that's enough of me. I'm going to pass it to Sandeep to introduce himself.
Thanks, Jana. Thanks a lot. Hello, everyone. I'm Sandeep Rannavare. I'm a senior agile coach consultant. I've got around 18 years of experience. So today I'm going to share my experience, how I have transitioned from technical role to agile leadership role. I started my career as an R&D engineer in one of the leading telecom product development company. And then recently, throughout this career, I realized that my heart belongs to agile. And that's where, I can add more value. I find that as my passion. So I have moved from technical role into agile leadership role, where I got opportunity to work with, multiple teams, senior leadership across different industries like banking, telco, utility services, so on and so forth. So today I'm here to help you get transition from your technical role to agile leadership role and, support you in this journey.
Thank you, Sandeep. So I guess, the first thing we're going to talk about is just a bit of a, if you give us a general overview on Agile organization and what's actually the difference between, Agile leadership roles and just traditional leadership roles.
Sure, absolutely. So when we talk about the Agile organizations, we are talking about organizations wherein, you have got different entities, team members. They are working as an organism rather than old organization wherein it was more, command and control, hierarchy driven, rather than someone who is working at a, a ground level, coming up and working together towards a common goal, common purpose, and trying to make difference in customers' life. So in agile organizations, you quite often don't see a lot of hierarchical structure. You see team members who are empowered to make decisions. You see leadership who is playing a bit different role. Rather than acting as a manager, telling what you need to do on day-to-day basis, leaders are there to support you. They are there to, empower you, grow you as an individual in your career. And they're there to help you as a teacher or mentor. So that's the key distinction between agile organization and traditional organization, wherein in traditional organization, it's a transaction-based relationship when people are expected to do their job because they are paid. Whereas in agile organization, it's a trust-based, relationship-based, culture, wherein you expect your leader to help you to grow in a different areas and to act as a servant leader who is there to support you throughout your journey. So that's the big difference between agile organization and traditional organization. Another thing, just to wrap up this topic, is that agile organization is more focused towards delivering outcomes and serving customers. So it's more externally focused, and that can be done only when you have got employees who are engaged, motivated, and want to deliver some significant change, which is going to make huge impact.
You know, I'm just gonna, throw you under the bus. Do you know
That's fine.
actually companies who's really good at doing that? Because it all sounds so good. You don't tell people what to do. You support the team, you lead the team, but in reality, like, can you tell? Do you know the company who's really doing it well?
So there are a lot of startup companies, particularly I don't know whether you have heard about a book called The Lean Startup, which is written by Eric Ries.
Hmm.
So many companies who have got this customer centricity, they want team members to go extra mile and interact with them, understand what actual pain points they are facing, what different opportunities those customers are looking for. They have adopted this agile, organizational structure, wherein team members are empowered to talk directly with the customers. If I want to take example of few organizations within Australia, I happen to work in one of the leading, telco organization, wherein in our program, uh, we had beta customers, we had actual customers who used to look and see how product has been built, and feedback was taken from them, and team members were empowered along with their, someone called as a product owner, to make a call what needs to be worked on next. And whole idea there was that once team members know what they are doing, for whom they are doing, and what that wider goal is, or what their purpose, it becomes quite easy for those team members to stay motivated and deliver things. And with the right kind of leadership, your focus will be to help them. So there's a less need for micromanagement. Of course, you need to have certain policies and procedures in place to ensure there's a stability within organization, but at the end of the day, you want to provide right kind of guidance and right kind of support in order to make them effective.
And look, I guess coming back to our today's topic, when someone decide to, transition to agile leadership role, what they should expect, um, what is agile leadership?
So they should first of all understand that why they want to transition from this core technical role to agile leadership role. And when we talk about agile leadership role, it has got various dimensions. So you are talking of environment wherein rather than relying on what you know, you are relying on collective knowledge. You are relying on your team members and their expertise to deliver that right outcome. You're talking about mindset wherein you are more focused towards long-term goal and towards what customer is looking for. When you talk about agile leadership, it's all about serving others. So it's not power driven, one of those roles wherein you are going to make call, you are going to actually tell everyone what needs to be done on day-to-day basis. It's quite different. Here whole idea is that because you are expert, it's like a typical teacher in a school. So teacher is not there to prove to kid or those students that he or she knows more. They are there to help them grow. Similarly, agile leadership role is more to which is invested in helping others and team members to achieve those outcomes. There are various things which can be explored, and as you can see on this particular slide, there are multiple things to explore and understood. But if anyone want to start the journey, they just need to understand why they want to move in agile leadership role, and then there are different areas which they can explore based on whether they are pretty much keen towards supporting teams or individuals, or they are more keen towards serving customers by developing those innovative products and solutions. So that's all about agile leadership. It's a whole world to explore, and I reckon you will need several months, if not years, to master that field.
And I guess I would like to ask people who watching us today,
Yeah.
are you thinking at the moment to transition to technical role to more agile leadership role, and what's your motivation? Yeah, so, or maybe you don't want to transition, maybe you want to be hands on and keep going to technical roles further. Eugene saying hi Eugene. um, Eugene
Hi,
is
Eugene.
not in the technical role, so we know that. We're not gonna ask him. But yeah, so guys, if some of you thinking about transitioning, what would be your motivation? Like, why would you want to transition to the leadership role?